3:07 a.m. My pager doesn't just beep, it screams. Level 1 trauma. I'm Dr. Irene Ulett, Chief of Trauma Surgery at Mercy Crest, Connecticut. In the minutes are currency, and the patient arriving in 8 minutes is already bankrupt. The ambulance doors burst open. Blood, chaos, the smell of ozone and rain. The woman on the stretcher is 35, blunt abdominal trauma, hemorrhaging internally. She's circling the drain, medical slang for dying. I reach for the chart. My heart stops. Patient, Monica Ulett, the same sister who, 5 years ago, told my parents I was a drug-addicted dropout. The sister who systematically erased my existence from the family tree while I was 3,000 miles away, actually finishing medical school. Behind the stretcher, I see them, my parents, Jerry and Diane. They look old. They look terrified. And they are looking right at me. But they don't see a daughter. They see a stranger in a surgical mask. Stay watching, because the next 600 seconds will determine if I save the woman who destroyed me or let the silence finish what she started. Let's go back to 2021. I was a third-year med student at Oregon Health Science. My best friend Sarah was dying of stage 4 pancreatic cancer. She had no one. I took a formal leave of absence to be her hospice. I told Monica, "I'll handle Mum and Dad," she whispered over the phone. She handled them all right. She told them I'd been kicked out. She showed them proof, faked texts, photos of me looking exhausted from hospital shifts, and claimed I was on benders. My father, the man who values honor above all, blocked my number that night. I called 14 times in 5 days. I sent my dean's official letter via priority mail. It came, return to sender. My mother's handwriting on the envelope. I spent the next 5 years in exile. I wasn't at Thanksgiving. I wasn't at my own grandmother's funeral. When I married Nathan, a civil rights attorney, my father's seat was empty. I didn't break. I built. I worked 100-hour weeks. I became the youngest chief in the state. I didn't want revenge. I wanted to be indispensable. And tonight, the universe decided to grant my wish. Scalpel! I bark. My team is confused. They see the name Ulett on the patient and Ulett on my badge. They're waiting for me to falter. I don't. Monica's liver is a roadmap of disaster. She's bleeding from everywhere. As I tie off the hepatic artery, I can hear my father screaming in the hallway, "Where is the chief? My daughter is a VIP. Get the best surgeon in this building now." I step out into the scrub room. I pull my mask down. I walk into the waiting room. My mother is wearing a bathrobe over her clothes. She looks at me. Her eyes go wide. She thinks she's seeing a ghost. "Irene," she whispers. "No," I say, my voice cold as a morgue slab. "I'm the dropout. I'm the disgrace. But right now, I'm the only person in this hospital capable of stopping your perfect daughter from leaving in a body bag." My father tries to speak. I hold up a gloved hand, still stained with Monica's blood. "Don't. I have 30 seconds before she dies. You spent 5 years believing her lies. Now you're going to spend the rest of your life owing me hers." 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. La Karma, the reveal. Surgery was successful. Monica survived. But the fallout? That was fatal. While she was in recovery, Aunt Ruth arrived. She wasn't part of the lie. She had a folder containing every email I sent, every PDF of my graduation, the photos of Monica's texts where she told Ruth, "Don't tell them Irene is a surgeon. It'll just confuse them. They're finally happy without her." I made my parents sit in the ICU waiting room and read every single page. I watched my father's face turn from white to grey to ash. He realized that for 1,825 days, he had hated a phantom. He had sacrificed his youngest daughter on the altar of the eldest's ego. When Monica woke up, the first thing she saw wasn't my mother's smile. It was the black box of her own lies sitting on her bedside table. And she saw me, standing at the foot of the bed. "I saved you, Monica," I told her, "not because I love you, but because I'm a better doctor than you are a sister. And now you're going to tell them the truth, every word, or I'll have your medical device license revoked for fraud before you're even discharged." Today there are 4 plates at my Sunday brunch. My parents are there. They are quiet. They are trying. But apologies don't fix 5 years of silence. Monica has a scar, a long, jagged line on her abdomen. Every time she looks in the mirror, she remembers that her life belongs to the woman she tried to erase. That isn't revenge. That's architecture. If you've ever been the black sheep who built their own kingdom, type ghost in the comments. Tell me, would you have saved her, or would you have walked away? Subscribe for part 2. The day my father tried to hand me his will.